स्वागत है व्यूअर्स अपने कान से हॉर्नबिल टीवी नागामीज एक्सप्रेस आज लगा सबसे पहला खबर दो नागालैंड गवर्नमेंट प्रा ट्यूसडे ब्रिटिश डिप्यूटी हाई कमिशन कोलकाता लगते मिलीगेना कोहिमा वार सेमेटरी दे रिमेम्ब्रेंस दी लुइसे इतु दिन दुनिया पूरा दे ऑब्जर्व करिए वर्ल्ड वार और लड़ाई खान दे मनुखान जान दी दिया गे ऑनर करिगेना कोहिमा दे चीफ मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर निफ्यू रियो प्रा स्पेशल गेस्ट आइसे और ब्रिटिश डिप्यूटी हाई कमिश्नर कोलकाता लगा डिप्यूटी हेड ऑफ मिशन भारत देव ताइप्रा ऑनर्ड गेस्ट थागिसे लोकसभा स्पीकर ओम बिरला कुन नागालैंड विजिट करी थागिसे ताइबे আহিগিনা পার্ট লোৱা দেখি পাইছে
We deeply appreciate your presence at this solemn and significant commemoration of Remembrance Day in Kohima. Here at the very ground where victory was written in courage, resilience, and sacrifice. We especially welcome the honored guest from British Deputy High Commissioner and the Embassy of Ireland, and we thank each of you here in persons and those joining us from across India and around the world for standing with us on this day of remembrance. We are fortunate to have the Honorable Speaker and the Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha. They have come to attend the NER-CPA conference yesterday, and the Honorable Speaker Lok Sabha is leaving today, but he took time to be with us. Thank you. I wish to again place on record a sincere appreciation to the British High Commissioner led by Dr. Andrew Friendman for initiating the observance of Remembrance Day in Nagaland. In 2024, ceremony marks with first official remembrance by the state government. And today, we reaffirm our commitment to observe this as an annual state event, in partnership with the Commonwealth War Graves Commission. Today, Nagaland stands shoulder to shoulder with the global community, honoring the brave men and women who laid down their lives so that peace and freedom may prevail. We gathered this morning at the iconic Kohima War Cemetery, one of the most sacred sites of the Second World War. Resting here are 1,420 Allied soldiers and 917 cremated, totaling 2,337. 80 years ago, the people of this land witnessed one of the fiercest battles of Second World War. The Battle of Kohima was not just a military engagement, it was a defining moment in the history of the world. Allied Indian and the Naga forces fought side by side, outnumbering, outgunned, yet unbroken. Their stance halted the eastward advance and altered the course of this war. Let me recall a small yet powerful anecdote from the battle, a story that has passed down with reverence during the siege of the Deputy Commissioner's bungalow, one of the most intense phases of the battle. The fighting reached so close quarter that soldiers could hear each other's breathing amidst the chaos. When ammunition ran low, some Allied soldiers passed messages carved on our ration tins, ensuring one another, "Hold on, reinforcement is coming." Those reinforcements did come, and that tiny gesture of faith stretched onto a tin cane captured the spirit of Kohima, a promise that no matter how dark the hour, courage prevails. Such stories remind us that history is not only shaped by grand strategy, but also by the quiet determination of ordinary men who become extraordinary heroes. I am a proud son of a veteran soldier. My father participated in the Second World War, and they were scouting with armies in the east because Japanese took position in Burma and marching towards this part of the country. Most of his time he spent in Happy Valley as training assistant instructor. And this first Assam regiment, under British, they received the King George Medal, the Medal of Burma Star, and regiment stars. Today, many people had died, but many people live. But their memory continues.
आज का दिन हम सबके लिए भावुक भी है और स्मरण का दिन भी है। जब हमारे वीर सैनिकों ने, योद्धाओं ने सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर में इस कोर्ट पर इस देश को बचाने के लिए युद्ध किया, बलिदान दिया, और इसीलिए जब हम इस स्थल पर आते हैं और इस दिन का स्मरण करते हैं तो हम उन वीर शहीदों, सैनिकों ने जिन्होंने अपने देश के लिए बलिदान दिया, कुर्बानियां दी, और इसीलिए सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर का ये युद्ध बहुत ऐतिहासिक था और बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भी था। और इसीलिए उस समय के वार में जिन सैनिकों ने जिस बहादुरी से लड़े गए, आज हम सबको उनसे प्रेरणा मिलती है। और इसीलिए इस स्थल पर जब आते हैं तो हमें वो शब्द याद आते हैं, वो वाक्य याद आते हैं जो शब्द वाक्य ने हम सबके प्रेरणा के लिए, कि जब तुम घर जाओ उन्हें कह देना कि हमने आज अपना कल तुम्हारे लिए दिया है। और ये वाक्य, ये शब्द आज भी शब्द नहीं, हम सबकी प्रेरणा है कि हमें आने वाले कल के लिए आज देना होगा। और हमारे वीर सैनिकों ने कल के लिए उस समय बलिदान दिया ये स्मरण का दिन है, याद का दिन है, हम सबकी प्रेरणा का दिन है। मैं इस मौके पर यहाँ के राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री जी को धन्यवाद देता हूँ, जिनके पिताजी ने भी इस वर्ल्ड वार के अंदर शामिल थे। डॉक्टर नेफ्यूरियो जी को, जो हमेशा इस दूर दराज उत्तर पूर्व क्षेत्र के अंदर सैनिकों के, यहाँ के अर्धसैनिकों के मनोबल को बढ़ाकर रखते हैं। और आज का ये दिन हम सब की स्मरण यादों में रहेगा कि भारत हमेशा योद्धाओं की धरती रहा है, वीरताओं की धरती रहा है। आप सबको धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
এতিয়া যদি একটা ব্রেক লো চাই থাকিবি।
प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन और मुख्यमंत्री श्री पुष्कर सिंह धामी जी के कुशल नेतृत्व में उत्तराखंड सरकार पर्वतीय क्षेत्रों में औद्योगिक निवेश को नई दिशा और गति देने के लिए विशेष पहल लेकर आई है। इसके अंतर्गत पिथौरागढ़, उत्तरकाशी, चंपावत, रुद्रप्रयाग और बागेश्वर जनपदों के साथ साथ अल्मोड़ा, पौड़ी गढ़वाल का पूरा पर्वतीय भूभाग, टिहरी गढ़वाल का पर्वतीय हिस्सा, नैनीताल जनपद के भीमताल, धारी, बेताल घाट, रामगढ़ और ओखल कांडा विकास खंड तथा देहरादून जनपद का चक्राता विकास खंड शामिल है।
उद्यम स्थापना करने हेतु सिडकुल द्वारा रुद्रपुर, सेलाकुई और हरिद्वार फ्लैट हेड फैक्ट्रियों की भी तैयारी की जा रही है। इसी क्रम में 1 लाख करोड़ रुपए से अधिक के निवेश प्रस्तावों को हमें धरातल पर उतारने पर सफलता प्राप्त हुई है। खुरपिया में स्थापित होने वाला इंडस्ट्रियल स्मार्ट सिटी भी उत्तराखंड के औद्योगिक विकास की दिशा में महत्वपूर्ण साबित होगा।
निवेश की 4 श्रेणियों के अनुसार पर्वतीय क्षेत्र में 50 करोड़ रुपए से लेकर 1000 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक का निवेश किया जा सकता है। इसके अंतर्गत निवेशकों को श्रेणीवार 50 से लेकर 500 स्थानीय लोगों को रोजगार उपलब्ध कराना अनिवार्य होगा। साथ ही इस नीति में श्रेणी ए और बी के अंतर्गत निवेशकों को 1 से 2% तक अतिरिक्त प्रोत्साहन राशि भी दी जाएगी।
पौड़ी गढ़वाल के पर्वतीय क्षेत्रों में जो उद्योग लग रहे हैं उनको सरकार बहुत वित्तीय प्रोत्साहन से लेकर हर चीज मदद कर रही है और यह कदम सराहनीय है।
इस नीति का मुख्य उद्देश्य आत्मनिर्भर उत्तराखंड के संकल्प को साकार करते हुए पर्वतीय क्षेत्रों की अर्थव्यवस्था को मजबूत बनाना और युवाओं के लिए व्यापक रोजगार के अवसर पैदा करना है। उत्तराखंड सरकार की ये पहल निवेशकों के लिए नए अवसर और पर्वतीय युवाओं के लिए नई उम्मीद का द्वार खोलती है।
Nagaland laga IPR और Soil and Water Conservation Imkong L Imchen आज गुवाहाटी प्राताय लगा आखिरी सांस लुई लुशे नवंबर 8 दे ताई हार्ट अटैक होई गिना नागा हॉस्पिटल अथॉरिटी कोहिमा NHAK दे एडमिट कुरिशे किंतु इतु पीछे मंदे दे ताई के गुवाहाटी दे साबले लुई जेशे रिपोर्ट कुनबा दे जनी पाइशे कंसल्टेंट एक जून प्रा जनाइशे इमचन लोगो दे किडनी और डायबिटीज लगा बीमारी भी थाकिशे जनाई दिबो इमकोंग एल इमचन दो नागालैंड लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली दे पास पर कोरिडांग कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी मोकोकचुंग प्रा इलेक्ट हुईशे ताई 2003, 2008, 2013, 2018 और 2023 इलेक्शन खान इलेक्ट हो गिना MLA कुरिशे ताई बीजेपी लगा मेंबर आसे और इतिया तक इंफॉर्मेशन एंड पब्लिक रिलेशंस और सोइल एंड वाटर कंजर्वेशन लगा एडवाइजर कुरी थकिशे इतु साल जून दे हे ताई लगा 75th बर्थडे और इलेक्टेड लेजिस्लेटर हुआ लगा 25 साल पूरा कुरिया मनाइशे नागालैंड DGP रुपिन शर्मा प्रा ट्यूसडे कोहिमा प्रा प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस एकता लुआ दे कुशे नागालैंड फोरेंसिक लैब नतुन बना प्रा सॉल्यूशन ना निबो किंतु जगह अलग अलग ते मैन पावर और रिसोर्सेस खान भाग कुरिया प्रा होबो होइना जनाइशे তাই জনাইছে ইতিয়া তাক স্টেট কানে ডিমাপুরে ল্যাব থাকাদো ভাল প্রা চলাই গেনা যায় আছে কিন্তু তাই খান স্টেট গভর্নমেন্ট গে ইতু ওপর প্রপোজাল কুনবা পাঠাই দিবলে আছে কইছে
So how is the department doing that? And how fast we are likely to get one?
See, we already have a forensic lab. Okay, we have already got a forensic lab. The way Nagaland police is structured and the way Nagaland police has evolved over a period of say last 40, 45 years, 50 years. As I have always been saying, our focus has more been on the armed police component rather than on the DEF and the investigations component. Now the forensic work comes in when we have a focus on investigation related work. Okay, so our focus on investigation related work and DF related work is just coming in now. Now I'm not saying my predecessor have not done anything, but it is just an evolving thing where the focus has just started coming up now. Because of the less requirements or expectations from the forensic labs in the past, we were able to manage by sending samples to the nearby states or to Guwahati or Imphal or maybe some other places. So we were like decently placed, but with the new demands, there are more requirements for forensics. And after the new criminal laws have been introduced, there is a mandatory requirement for a visit of a forensic team to a scene of crime where the offences are punishable with more than 7 years. Okay, so in this particular case of murder where this demand started coming up, and also that old Pimla murder case, now there is a mandatory visit required by a forensic team, but our forensic capabilities and forensic teams are only based in Dimapur. So imagine if something bad was to go to happen in say Noklak, there is no option. The team would have to be informed and then would have to travel. So that time will get taken. Okay, but we are aware of this. We are aware of this situation. We are going to send some proposals to the Nagaland government where to enable timely visits to the spots by the forensic teams, we should be able to place some people in the individual districts so that the time can be cut short. But this is a work in progress. It will take some time. It is not going to happen today. Till that time, we'll have to make do with what is happening. Now, on the issue of setting up a forensic lab in Delhi, in say Kohima or any other part of the state, our total workload of investigation cases is about 1200 to 1300 cases per annum. Right, Sandeep? 1200 to 1300 cases per annum, out of which almost 40%, 50% would not require a forensic visit, in the sense will be less than 7 years. Okay, it is not mandatory. You may visit, you may not visit, but it is not mandatory. And for 600 to 700 odd cases, Dimapur lab is decently placed. Okay, so I'm not saying it is not required. We may require manpower or some other facilities in a different format. The current facilities in Dimapur are, I'm not saying we are very satisfactorily placed, but we are decently placed where we can manage the workload of the work there. But we will plan ahead and we will try to move ahead in the future, whatever is required. Anything you want to add, Sandeep?
So in addition to what DGP has said, see in other states also, the forensic lab not necessarily is available in each and every district. In bigger states, it may be in the range, at the range level. And as explained by DGP, we have a central forensic lab at Dimapur, which is relatively self-sufficient. In addition to that, the state government has already approved procurement of mobile forensic vans, which would be placed in all districts of the state. the work orders and the procurement orders have already been issued.
It is in the process.
In the process.
Yeah.
And once these mobile forensic vans are delivered to the state, I think that should be able to take care of immediate requirement of the forensic requirements at all the places. So that should take care. Besides that, government and the department are very well aware, especially as DGP has mentioned, about the compulsory visitation to the scene of crime after the implementation of the new criminal laws. And so government is in the process of creating more posts also for the scientific officers as well as scientific assistants. I'm quite sure these developments, once these are fully implemented, the requirement of the forensic would be taken care of in the state.
I think as Sandeep also mentioned, I think the solution is not setting up of new fresh labs, but by providing mobility and decentralizing some of the manpower and resources so that the visits can take place faster. So we will work on that in that direction.
It's to take a break close. Thank you.
सोनाक्षी मसाला कहाँ है? यार उधर सब जगह देख लिया, मुझे मिल नहीं रहा।
खामोश।
अरे खामोश चुप।
अब देखा
एवरीडे मसाले।
आओ बनाते हैं मसालेदार छोले।
छोले
हर रोज के करी में एवरीडे मसाले,
साफ मसाले, खुशबू और प्योर जात, टेस्ट से भर दे हर जुबान पे स्वाद।
एवरीडे मसाले, देश का स्वाद।
Nasha Mukt Bharat laga parte 2 din laga anti-narcotic task force conference itu moina tarik 13 aro 14 de lobole ase chumuki di mapra aro Nagaland DGP Rupin Sharma pra Tuesday de janaishe itu conference on North East State kan Sop aro West Bengal nimidebi ase.
A couple of issues from our side, and then later on we can take questions if you want. The first thing that I wanted to inform is that in coordination with the Narcotics Control Bureau, Government of India, the Nagaland Police is organizing a 2-day conference of the anti-narcotics task forces of all the northeast states and West Bengal and Sikkim on 13th and 14th of November at Kohima. Senior officers of Government of India were expected to attend, including the Union Home Secretary. However, because of the situation after the blast yesterday, he's preoccupied in Delhi. So he may not be attending, but Director of the Narcotics Control Bureau, Special DGP of CRPF and IG rank officers of Northeast states will be attending this conference. During this conference, we hope that the anti-narcotic task forces of the Northeast states will be able to deliberate on the problem of narcotics facing Northeast and from Northeast to the rest of the country, and come up with a set of solutions and suggestions for implementation within the Northeast, and also make some suggestions or recommendations to Government of India so that the war against drugs can be successfully fought. I hope we will be able to invite the media based in Dimapur, or if any one of you wants to come for the inaugural session in Chumukdima tomorrow. So please note that we will circulate a formal request by the evening today. We're coming back to the Anti-narcotics Task Force conference. The entire country has adopted this mission of Nasha Mukt Bharat. I think this conference in the northeast for the northeast states, Sikkim and West Bengal, is the first of its kind in the entire country, first regional conference of its kind in the country. We hope it will be successful. We will share important updates from the conference with you in due course, including whatever recommendations or something that if we come up with. Thank you very much.
Itia gani imanye ala ko programme sai thank you Hornbill TV.
The Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission, or the National Solar Mission